So the function key, this is the key that takes you into the normal planning and all other things related with the Ecdis. So I am going to press the function. As soon as I press the function, 2-3 options come up. One is a chart management, another is the planning, monitoring, then this is the user charts, LOPs, what is this? Look ahead, then your anchor watch and parallel indexing. These are the basic functions that come up. Then the further menu will come up along with the menu. So I can have the chart reviews, chart symbols, then the route, navigational records, file management, system management, manuals, tutorial videos, maintenance videos, and service menu. And look ahead, radar, messages, AS and Navtex messages, targets, sensors, ownership. These are the menu. These are the things that come up in the menu. So let's start with the basics. I am going back to the menu. So in the menu, see, the chart review is not being shown. Why it is not being shown? It's because my route monitoring is on. So I am stopping the monitoring. Then I'll go to the menu, chart review. Chart review gives me a lot of options, the database catalogs. Then update review, it gives me the update review. So I want to get an update status, just press create. You can see the update review has come up. I can export it directly by selecting a drive and exporting it. The next things, the cell permits, what all cell permits I am having, I'll just press it. All the cell permits and the expiry dates will come up here. I just have to, whatever I don't want, I can delete from here itself. I think you can see the delete option. So if something is expired, I just have to delete it from here. Then comes chart symbols. Chart symbols. In the chart symbols, there is an option for you to switch on or switch off your AAO. You can see the AAO layer. Now somewhere the AAO should be here. So I'm pressing the AAO layer as off. That means no more AAO. That means my TNP is no more being shown. I'll keep it on. Then these are all the options that you can keep for changing, editing, everything. Then comes the symbol settings. You want the simplified or the paper chart. Then comes your own vessel, how you want to display your own vessels, anchor locations. This is basically how you set your anchor location, how far it is to your starboard port from the bridge, and why it is being used, I'll show you. Then the sensors, which all sensors are integrated, targets, then look ahead, customize, nav records, file management, system management, manuals, tutorials, maintenance and service. This is basically something that you can easily understand once you come on board, because I have covered the basics of the Ecdis for you. Now for the anchor, I'll show you. This is my current anchor position, and I have kept an anchor circle, my swinging circle. So I have kept it as 350 meters. You can see the CCRP. This is coming up because I have already told my Ecdis where my anchor is with relation to my bridge. That's why common reference point is being taken. So if I switch this anchor watch off, then I can select these three options. So right now I am at anchor, so I'll just keep it as on. So this is my swinging circle that is getting shown here. I believe I basically covered everything about Ecdis. One more thing, your manuals, your operator manual, you can directly take it from here, and this is your edition. PL edition 4 means this is the current Admiralty symbols and abbreviations that are being used for Ecdises. So PL 4.0 means it is the most recent chart symbols and abbreviations used for Ecdis, that you will be having that book. I will show you that book itself. So any symbols and abbreviations that are coming up on this Ecdis are basically in relation to whatever is being published by the IMO. That is what it basically means. And this is the software version of this Ecdis. So I will go back to monitoring, just press the monitoring, use date. So I am back to the monitoring mode. Now I will show you the presentation. PL is presentation library. Presentation library 4, how the latest one is 4. So I will show you what the PL means on a Admiralty publication. So this book NP 5011 was the paper symbols. 5012 is your digital symbols, and it is published in 2015. This is the latest edition, and basically all the symbols that you find here are going to be shown in the Ecdis. So that is what the presentation library 4 means. So whatever symbols I am finding here, I will be seeing the same symbols on my Ecdis. So if I am having any doubts, I will just have to compare the symbol with the Ecdis, and that's how I will be able to find out if it is correct or not. This is basically your 5012 that corresponds to presentation library 4. Create a route. I'll just press the function plan, and I am going to press the new will give me the new route. If I want to add a waypoint, suppose I am going from here to here, I will just press add. This waypoint is basically where my ship is, then next, just have to keep pressing it, and basically your waypoints are getting added and everything is getting calculated. You can change your XTD limits, you can change your whether it is a rump line or great circle, the speed of each leg, everything you can change here. And if you want to delete, suppose I want to delete waypoint 3, I'll just have to press waypoint 3 delete, so that waypoint gets cancelled. Or I can keep it pressed, or I can keep pressing a waypoint and the remove option comes up. You can see the remove option. You just have to remove. Once I remove it, it automatically gets deleted from there. So this is how you plan a passage. It's much easier. Here you just have to keep pressing, inputting your lat longs, or you can directly input your lat long from here. Once it is done, you can change the route name. Let's put as Hope, and I press enter, that route name comes here. Now it is going to check automatically what all faults are there. So it is showing as anchorage area. If I just press it, it goes to that place. It automatically takes me to that place. This highlighted region is basically where my route is passing through something that should not have been done. But since it is an anchorage area, it's okay. Suppose if it was a boya, you'd have changed your waypoint route. So once it is done, I approve it and I save it. I just approved it here and I saved it. So my route, whatever route I had created, I can bring it as you can see the hope. So if I want to delete it, I'll just have to delete it. I want to edit it, I can use the edit button. I'm deleting it. That's finished. So that is basically how you plan a route. This is so simple when compared with paper charts. You just type in your waypoints, then you can add in your route name and you're good to go. So I believe you understood how to make a route. I'll go through it once again. Now I want to create a route. I'll just press the function plan and I am going to press the new will give me the new route. So add the waypoints. Suppose I want to come here. This is how the waypoints will get added. I told you can delete or change the waypoint. If you want to change the waypoint, you just have to press it and you can change it like this. Suppose you want to delete it, you keep it pressed and remove it. That means that waypoint is gone. The new route is coming like this. And then comes the route check. It's an automatic function. In the route check, it is showing you all the places that are faults. See it clearly. The red is a danger and yellow is a caution. So now suppose I am going to press the cargo transshipment area. You can see on my route it will automatically get highlighted. I am going to press it. You can see it is getting highlighted here. This is where it is. Now I am going to press anchorage area. This gets highlighted. And once you are comfortable with it, you just have to approve it. Now it is green but on a white background. If I approve it, it gets green and a white over green background. And I save it. To edit the name, let's put today's date. This is today's date. So let it be. And I press enter and save. So that route had come up. Now to retrieve that route, I'll just have to use edit date. This is the route I had planned. So you can either amend it or delete it. So if you want to amend it, you can press here, or delete, you can press here. I'm deleting it. So that's finished with route planning. This is how simple Ecdis is for route planning. So once you plan your passage, then you are going to monitor. So monitoring, I'll just use the current route. I'll just press monitor. Then I'll press the route name. My route name, date. So this was my route. This was my route. So I'll just press play. And since it was already approved by my second mate, I'll just use the start. That means I am going back to route monitoring. So in the Ecdis, whenever you are putting a route monitoring, Ecdis automatically takes you to the first or nearest waypoint. So this is how your route monitoring will work. Now since we had familiarized ourselves with the Ecdis, let's go and check out some menus, the function. I told you chart management won't come up when the monitoring is on. So to further use all these menus, I'll just press the stop monitoring. You can see the stop monitoring. The route is being shown here right now. If I press stop monitoring, now all the functions will be available. You can see this. So planning, I told you how it is done. Monitoring, again same. User chart, I didn't get a time to explain that. So now if I want to put marking here, suppose I want to add a mark, and let me check. I want to put text or remark. So I'll just press the point and you can see the position that is going to change as soon as I touch it. So this is the place where that text is going to come up, and the color of the text, then I'm going to label it as hope. And if I press save, the hope should come up right now. You can see the hope has come up. So, and to remove anything, we'll just have to go back to the object, edit date, and scroll down. And this was the one that was last done. We'll just press delete. You can see once I select it, it automatically comes to that point. So once they are asking if I want to remove it, I am removing it, yes. That means that will go now. So it has gone. So this is how you use a user chart. User chart is basically your anything you write on the Ecdis or your markings, no-go areas, contingency zones, whatever you are going to write, that all has to come through the user charts. Then the next thing I want to tell you is about the LOPs. Suppose I want to take a bearing of this guy and this guy. So now the LOPs are blank. I'll just take a bearing here. Bearing, for guidance I am going to show you like this, but bearing should be taken from the compass. And the second bearing, so this bearing is around 318, so I'll just type in 318 here, 318, and the next bearing of this dolphin's nose, that bearing is 244.5, enter. So you will get two bearings. And the point where it is going to cross is basically your position. Just press transformable position line. TPL 1 and 2 has come up, 1 and 2, and I'll just press the EP. Right now I'm not going to press the EP because once I press the EP, it's going to get saved and your primary position. So once you click both, something like this comes up. I'll show you. While we are exiting, we are using this. So something like this. Okay, let me go to the next Ecdis. I'll show you. So I was using this Ecdis for position fixing. You can see whenever you fix a position, your estimated position and the GPS, it will come up together because you are pressing the primary and the EP. That's why it comes together. So this is how you will be taking, you can see GPS and EP. EP and GPS. This is how you will be plotting your positions using the LOPs.